Are you secretly destroying your own chances of success? There's a very big chance you are, because I've coached over 1,000 beginner copywriters. I went into my coaching group this month and asked my students to submit their biggest problems to me. And after reviewing them, I've seen the same painful mistakes repeated over and over again. Mistakes that are holding them back from being full-time copywriters who can travel the world and make great money. So today I'm going to roast 3 of my copywriting students who applied, because they are prime examples of these common pitfalls, and I'm going to break down exactly what they're doing wrong. Then I'll show you how to fix these mistakes so you can actually start making money as a copywriter. Let's move into our first entry. Okay, so here we have Michael, and Michael has submitted his full offer to me, and he started off with a headline. Oh my god, I'm guessing you use ChatGPT with that rocket emoji. So his headline is the demonstrative ascension system. So the thing about using AI to write your copy is that you have to actually edit it yourself, because this name is really bad if you're trying to sell something. The demonstrative ascension system. It just sounds like a load of long fancy words strung together. It sounds like marketing jargon, which you don't want. Think about it like this. When you see this headline, does it stop you in your tracks, or do you sound like everybody else who sells marketing stuff on the internet? Turn cold traffic into high-paying clients by proving your value first before selling high tickets. So the subheading here should remove objections. You say here, proving your value. Now, I know that a little bit later on in this sales page, because I've had a look at it, you explain the importance of like proving your value to sell whatever it is you sell. But like right now, that doesn't mean anything to your target audience. So a business owner sees this and they're like, what does he mean proving? Why do I care about proving? This kind of just doesn't make any sense out of the blue. And turn cold traffic into high-paying clients is the most generic line I've ever seen in marketing. So you need to be creative here, and you need to really think about how to position yourself differently to other copywriters or other marketing agencies. AI can do like most of this work for you, and it does save you so much time, but like you have to do something. You have to be a little bit creative and come up with something here that makes you stand out. Because if AI is going to do absolutely everything for you, you may as well not be there. Also, on this line of turn cold traffic into high-paying clients, it just creates confusion for me. Because if I sell a high-ticket service online, you're telling me that whatever system you have gets in the way of that, because you say before selling high ticket. This makes me not want to do it, because you're making things more complex without explaining why. You're adding friction to my existing marketing funnel, and there's so much noise out there that I don't want to add any more friction to my marketing funnel. So your headline and subject line, as a general rule, should make life easy for the person that reads it. You want to read a headline and a subheadline and understand exactly what benefit you're going to get and why it's interesting and why you should care about that thing. So like for this specific one, you're want to work with like course creators and coaches. So I've had a look through your sales page, and you say that there's a lack of trust in the marketplace. Like people are really skeptical, right? Which is absolutely true. So if that's the case, why does your subject line and your headline look exactly like everyone else's? That just looks like, you know, you've done the same thing as everyone else, so why should I trust you over anyone else? Also, there's no proof like right away that your thing actually works for them, so working on a headline, we could really improve that. So for this headline of the demonstrative ascension system, we need to come up with a more exciting version of this. Basically what this funnel he's writing about is that he will help people sell a cheap product before they sell their main big product, because it'll give you a list of like buyers or something like that. And it absolutely works, right? But you need to package up that system as something more exciting than the demonstrative ascension system. So I've got a video on unique mechanisms on my channel, and that would explain exactly how to fix this problem. I highly recommend you watch it. It's free. Okay, moving on. The harsh reality for course creators and coaches. So I hope you do not plan on using this line, because it's very AI. Obviously, we've got the emoji, and then we've got the harsh reality. This is just the same thing I've seen on AI. Your audience is more skeptical than ever. They've been burned by marketing gurus selling false promises. How can you prove that your audience is more skeptical than ever? Like, show me examples of why this is true. Like, show me examples of people who are overcoming this skepticism, or comments or research or something. Like, you need to prove this. You're wasting time on freebie seekers. Most funnels collect emails, not buyers. I like that. That's pretty good. But again, I don't know if ChatGPT's written this or if you've written this yourself. The old way of selling isn't working anymore. Buyers need proof proof before they invest in thousands. So using this is actually a really smart thing. Like, the old way is not working anymore. My new way is going to help you. So this is where we just need to package up this thing that you're selling as a more exciting, new, unique mechanism that's going to get them what they want. But this statement where you say people need proof before they're going to spend thousands, this actually applies to what you're selling here as well, Michael, because you're saying that people need proof that whatever it is going to work, but like, you're charging a couple of thousand and you've no proof anywhere that I can see here that your thing works. You've shown me a little bit of proof in the DMs, but like, you need to show it on the actual sales page. And if you don't have experience as a copywriter, a lot of people ask like, how am I supposed to show that something works, or why should people buy it off me if I don't have any experience? You can just show other case studies of how it's working for other people. Like, you can use live examples that they might know of. So like, let's say you're helping people with YouTube thumbnails or something. You can say, you've seen people like Charlie Morgan and William Brown blowing up this year with very basic thumbnails. That's a way of using like two credible people without having to say that they're your own clients or having any case studies yourself. You can show that that's what actually works, and then you can show how you can help them make those thumbnails or something. Okay, and these bullet points, they're fine, but there's nothing exciting about how you've worded these benefits. Like, I don't really know what the angle you have here is. It's just really basic. Okay, the outcome. You've got a load of statements here, but I don't see any proof, so I straight up do not believe you. Again, if you don't have your own proof, you need to find a way to build trust and credibility here. You need to make me actually trust and believe you if you're going to make these statements. A lot of copywriting nowadays relies on proof because there's so many people who can write copy. Everybody's selling you something, so you have to like back everything you say up with proof, or else people aren't going to believe you. Like, when I pitch my coaching program for copywriters, I tell them that like, hey, we've got loads of student results. I've done it myself. We're actively coaching people in the group and getting results every month. Like, that's active proof that what I'm selling works. So you need to do the same in your copy. Okay, so there's a bullet point here, pays for itself quickly. The low ticket product covers ad spend, so acquiring customers becomes free. This point you've given could shape the entire angle of this copy. Like, the title of this headline or whatever could be how you can acquire customers for free with our simple low ticket method, or something like that. But again, I check out that video I made on unique mechanisms because it'll show you exactly how to do this, and you can just sit down and blast one out. Your trust conversion engine will be fully built, optimized, and ready to... Oh my god, I had a heart attack reading that. This is a boring and overcomplicated unique mechanism. It should roll off the tongue. Trust conversion engine optimized. Too many words, too many big complicated words. Just keep it as simple as possible. The people who read this like don't want to read this hyper super ultra charged, like these types of words are really annoying to marketers because they're just full of shit. Okay, week 1 to 2, deep research, blah blah blah. Okay, this should be framed as a copy audit and a deep dive on your customers, like a copy audit. I'm gonna audit all of your copy and deep dive your customers in the first 2 weeks. Okay, so with this time frame thing, in general, I like that you've given them a time frame. You just really need to clean up the marketing jargon here and make things simple again. Like, keep it really, really simple. Also, a side note, this document might just be your offer. It might not be your full sales pitch, but you need to really sell the problem when you actually make this into like a VSL on a sales page. You need to sell the problem to them before you sell your solution. So your solution is, we make a marketing funnel that converts more than other marketing funnels. So you need to really sell the problem of like, your current marketing funnel is dog shit because blah blah blah, but we have the solution. Start with the fire and then sell them the fire extinguisher. That's how you sell something. Okay, so the method, this is kind of your like process or whatever. So all of this stuff you're saying here sounds like a lot of work, so please reiterate that you will do all of this for them. Like, we take care of all of this stuff, and keep it simple. Don't give them multiple options like types of low ticket offers that work. Keep it really simple. Say, we'll handle all of this for you. Okay, for pricing, I like these options, right? But with no proof of results, like if you haven't got any proof of previous results, it might be difficult to charge like this price. So just prepare to lower this based on the reaction you get from the prospects you speak to. But base plus commission is a good way to go. I'd probably remove option 3 as it's really low and it'll attract cheapos. Like, you don't want people who pay $500. You don't want those people as clients. You want to charge at least 1K because you want to make sure people actually see you as a valuable person. If you don't value yourself at least $1,000, it just looks like somebody who's cheap and a beginner. But you need to hit as many current case studies that you have and raise your credibility to the roof here. Also, I'll put a little graphic on screen. This is something I've seen on a sales page before, and this is a cool way to like audit someone's business. So you can mark 3 different areas in their business, and you can kind of like give it a traffic light system. So you could say, yeah, you're really bad at selling, so I'm going to give you a red. You're really good at attracting, so I'm going to give you a green. And then say, we got to fix you and get you to a green on all 3 circles here. Okay, hopefully that was useful. Let's move on to the next one. We've got a couple of questions. I'm going to rattle those off and then jump into another case study. So these are questions from Callum. It's great to see you, my friend. First of all, what is the best process for finding the best angle for your copy, whether it's emails, VSLs, or sales letters? So you need a system to find good angles, and here's how you do it. Firstly, you build a swipe file. Great copy comes down to like pattern recognition. The more winning angles you study, the easier it gets to spot what works in those angles, right? So I recommend you watch, I've said it a few times, my unique mechanisms video comes back so much in this video, but that video will help you so much. Most offers fail because they sound like everything else. Like a unique mechanism makes your solution stand out. Okay, so the next thing you do to find good angles is block out 2 hours just to work on nothing but angles for your offer. So when you're coming up with an offer as a copywriter, block out 2 hours to just figure out, how do I package this in a way that makes people want to buy it? No distractions, no second guessing, just deep work on the big idea behind your copy. Break down the key components of your offer and ask yourself, how can I package this in a way that feels new, exciting, and different to everybody else? Then go deep on research on your customers. Find the biggest pain point that your audience has, not just what they say they struggle with, but actually what keeps them up at night. Your best angle is always going to be the one that makes your offer feel like the perfect solution to the customer's pain point. Number 2, I'm very torn on whether to create a winning sales funnel or start YouTube script writing. Could you help me with being more decisive, or any tips on how to make better decisions? Okay, so being stuck in indecision is the fastest way to make no progress. If you're torn between 2 different paths, whether it's YouTube script writing or building a funnel, there's a simple way you can find out exactly what to do next, right? And it's not what you think. So let me break it down. First of all, realize that making money is a simple process. Number 1, you get good at a skill. Number 2, you set up a funnel and start selling that skill. Now, if you're not good at the skill yet, see step 1. If you're already good at the skill, move to step 2. And here's the key. The best way to figure out if you're good at something is put it out into the market. What do I mean by that? Well, the best way to know if you're selling something good is try selling it yourself. Create an offer, put it in front of real people, and if they're interested in buying, you're probably good. If they're not interested in buying, you need to go back and get better and create a better offer. And if you're still having troubles with indecision, and this just goes for general business or life, like I just ask people who have what I want in that specific area, like my mentors, what the most pressing issue in my business right now is. Then I stop thinking about all the different options and I just start working on what they told me the most pressing issue is. So if you want to start selling YouTube script writing, make sure you get good at it and then just start selling it. If you're already skilled at something else, like writing emails or something, focus on monetizing that first. Your quickest way to bring in money is the most important thing here. But the worst decision you can make at all is to not make a decision. Number 3, how do you position yourself to be abundant in your copy and getting clients? I just spend a lot of my time looking at people who have what I want and learning from them. So just learning how they make decisions and stuff like that. And if you can speak to people who are in the position you want to be in, even better. You'll realize very quickly that getting clients and stuff is easy if you just do the work that you know you have to do. Number 4, how do you not let personal problems get in the way of getting things done? You will always have personal problems. Sometimes they're huge and they do get in the way and you can't do anything about it. Like I had a big surgery at the end of last year and I couldn't work for like 2 or 3 months, but I just knew when I was ready and fit again that I could push myself to work hard and get back on the horse. After my surgery, I hired a personal trainer and a business coach again so I could just get accountability and start going again. Other than that, you need to remove the amount of potential for problems to arise in your life. So just keep your life as simple as possible. I've removed so many things from my life and I'm so much happier and so much less stressed because I just don't have to worry about a million different things now. All right, so we have a few more questions now from Harry. Harry's just closed the client in the mentorship, so big ups. You're gonna absolutely smash it this year and I cannot wait to see you get results. So his question is, how do I simplify my daily priorities in copywriting to stay productive without feeling overwhelmed? Okay, so this is a good question because I think it's a problem that a lot of you guys will face, because when you're starting an online business, it's so easy to get distracted because there are literally so many different things you could work on to improve and make make money and stuff like that. But there is a way to keep things simple and get a lot done without burning out, and it all comes down to phases, which I'm going to explain in a minute here. But the first thing I would say is you need to separate right now the 10x tasks in your business from the 1 or 2x tasks. So a 1x task might be like making an Instagram page for your business. Like, that's not going to make any difference really. Like, no one cares. But a 10x task is crafting an offer and working really hard to make a good offer. To give you an example, like right now I'm trying to scale my business to 7 figures a year, and my day-to-day is super simple. I focus on 2 things. Firstly, getting better client results, and secondly, getting more clients. I just focus on those 2 things. That's it. Every morning I just sit down and work on the highest impact tasks I can work on. Usually that means writing a YouTube video that's going to help you guys, or I go into my group and start coaching people. For you, it's the exact same principle. Identify your most important task and just do it every single day until you get a result. So Harry, you've already landed a client. This means you're good enough at copywriting to get clients. Your next step is to just package up your offer and start selling it to more people. I would break this process of packaging your offer into simple, clear steps for yourself. So firstly, refine your offer and use the frameworks we teach you in Apex. We just give you everything you need. Secondly, get feedback and just improve on what you've just made. Thirdly, once it's a bit more solid, move on to the next phase. Get a website up. Then start booking calls and closing deals, and that's another phase that you move into. Don't try to like skip ahead or juggle multiple steps at once and try and get like a million things done in a day, because that's what's stressing you out probably. This is the exact same as fitness, because when I first started going to the gym, my trainer didn't overwhelm me with a crazy plan because I was like immensely fat, and you can see me in my old videos how fat I was. My trainer just told me, show up here 4 days a week and stop eating junk food. In our program, that was phase 1. It was just the basics. It was just get into the right habits. And in our Apex program, phase 1 is like mindset and copywriting skills. Phase 2 is getting clients. So just ask yourself, what phase am I currently in right now? Break it down and then just put in the reps. Just get it done. Okay, how would you prove to a prospect in a niche that you're interested in but have no prior experience in that you can help them? All right, so if you're trying to land clients in a niche you've never worked in before, you have to prove that you can get results. But the mistake most beginners make is they're trying to sell something they've never done themselves. So clients see right through that. So here's how to actually build a bit of credibility from scratch. First thing you need to do is get some case study. And the fastest way to do that is just do free work. Get in front of as many people as possible, offer to help, and then collect proof that your work actually delivered results for those people. Secondly, practice on yourself. If you want to write sales funnels for clients, build a funnel out for yourself first. That way, when a client asks you, can you actually do this? You don't tell them, you show them by showing them what you've done. I get pitches all the time from people trying to sell me a VSL funnel, but they don't even have their own funnel. They just have like a link to book a call. So I know that they're bullshitting. Don't be that person. If you want clients to trust you, prove that you can do what you say before you even pitch them. Okay, so that's enough questions. Let's jump back into a case study. Okay, so here we have Asterion.studio.com. So I see this mistake all the time, and if you don't fix what I'm about to tell you here, your website is basically useless. You could have the cleanest design, the slickest logo, and the best looking domain, but none of that matters if your offer sucks ass. First of all, I will say your website does look clean. You've got a decent name, a logo, a solid domain. The name is a wee bit of a mouthful. I'd maybe simplify that or just change it. Name it something close to what you actually sell, copywriting based or whatever. But honestly, like that's a 1% issue. I wouldn't really worry about that. It's not the real problem here. The real problem is this. Your headline is vague, your offer isn't clear, and right now there is nothing here that makes someone say, yes, I need this. The biggest mistake I see when people sell copywriting services is they just sell copywriting. But copy isn't what people are buying. They buy results. So your website needs a crystal clear offer. Something like, we help specific audience achieve specific result in specific time frame. And so yes, your site looks good, but good design will not fix a bad offer. Writing copy for fitness is not an offer. You need to make a specific offer. So before you do anything else with your website here, go deep into your market. Talk to fitness app owners. Figure out if they even need copy, and then find people who are actually getting clients in this space doing what you want to do. If you fix this, your site won't just look good, my friend, it'll actually make you a lot of money. Okay, so if you don't want to be left behind in 2025 and you want to actually break out of your current life, you need to understand what I talk about in this video, because it might just be the single biggest opportunity I've ever seen to make money online. Check it out, mate.